Hi, welcome back. Angela here. So today I want to talk about what low self-esteem is and how you can discover what the root causes are. So do you often feel inadequate, sort of unworthy, or just have a lack of confidence? And are you struggling with feelings of low self-esteem and wondering where they come from? So you don't really know why you're feeling low or why you're lacking confidence, or perhaps you felt confident before and all of a sudden you don't feel confident anymore. If that's how you're feeling, then hopefully we can go through some of the strategies that I'd use here. So sometimes it isn't just a lack of self-confidence, it can be the symptoms of an underlying problem. So it can affect your mental and emotional well-being, and understanding the root cause of the low self-esteem, which is different for everyone. It's crucial for your personal growth and also for your self-acceptance as well. So many people don't realise that sort of low self-esteem can basically stem from various other factors. So that can include trauma, negative personal experiences that happen to you along the way, and also societal pressures as well. It could be things that's happened to you perhaps in the workplace or outside of that have just made you sort of question yourself a bit more than you would do normally. And particularly when it comes to sort of perimenopausal women of my sort of age, sort of early mid 40s, your self-esteem can start to get knocked a bit. And it's not just because you're lacking confidence. It can be sort of changes, your hormonal changes as well. Just ignoring these kind of things and just thinking that, it's just normal. It can lead to sort of even more chronic feelings of sort of feeling a bit more worthless, bit more anxiety and depression, and maybe you haven't felt that before either. And it really can affect your overall quality of life, particularly if you're not being listened to, or if you don't really understand the changes that are going on in your body as well. And if you don't address these issues, then you might struggle to achieve your full potential, or it might stop you from going for things that you would normally have gone for when you were younger, because you're lacking that trust in yourself that you had previously and starting to doubt yourself. And it can stop you from maintaining healthy relationships too. So here's some strategies that you can use to help you overcome low self-esteem. So identifying the root cause. So understanding what common factors lead to having low self-esteem. So, childhood experiences, trauma, hormonal changes as well when it comes to middle-aged women. They can also affect your self-esteem. Also the societal pressures that are put on women, particularly of a certain age, that can make you then start to sort of question your confidence that you may have had in your younger years. So there's quite a few, and they're often quite personal as well. So if you did experience and you were very confident when you were younger, and all of a sudden you're finding that you're just feeling a bit sort of it could be sort of perimenopausal, but it could also be to do with just a change in things in general. Obviously we're getting older. There's a lot of different aspects to things, and they're also quite personal as well to each individual. So again, I'm generalizing in these videos. So you can consult therapists. You can also go to your doctors and speak to them, particularly if you think it is something that's come on all of a sudden. And it's quite confusing as well, because particularly if you felt confident the majority of your life, it can come across as quite confusing. So professional support as well is one of the main things that I'd go to. Try and speak to your doctor. If you're not feeling heard at your doctor, then look for help elsewhere. And if you know there's something wrong with you and you're not being listened to by your medical professional, then go elsewhere until somebody does listen to you, or go and find a different doctor that will listen to you, because there are very sympathetic doctors out there that will help you with your changes in your hormonal state as well, if you're a perimenopausal woman. So that's really important to remember as well. Challenging your thoughts, your negative thoughts as well. So learning to recognize negative talk and to be able to spin that around and replace negative thoughts with good positive affirmations as well, and then sort of give yourself some really realistic self-feedback as well. That helps. Practice self-compassion by treating yourself with kindness, which is something that a lot of us aren't used to doing. So acknowledging your strengths, acknowledging your achievements, and acknowledging this, if it's something new in your life, just acknowledging this new chapter in your life as well. Because it's quite exciting going from one thing to another. But it's also how you feel about it, how you reflect on it, and how you can spin it to be negative or positive. And also, now is a good time as well, if you're starting to feel, if you're in sort of middle-aged life and you are starting to have your low self-esteem, it's good to get into doing some different hobbies. So something you might not have tried before, something that you've wanted to try that you've not had the time to try before. And now that, say, your kids may be sort of getting a bit older, and you might actually have the time to be able to focus on yourself a bit more when you haven't had a chance to do that previously. You can get around a completely different group of people that you probably wouldn't normally spend your time with, which is something that I'm trying to do at the moment as well, is challenge myself to be around different people and with different thought patterns to me, and, you know, see what other people are thinking about that are outside your kind of echo chamber of thoughts. Might change your perspective on certain things, might not. Might affirm it, might affirm that you're right, but it's good, you know, if you are struggling with low self-esteem, get around people with different thoughts, because you never know. Basically setting yourself some achievable goals. So celebrating progresses again and small successes, and if there's things that you're really struggling with that you manage to overcome, like I don't know, going to a new group, because you know, when you were younger, you're probably sort of all up for sort of meeting new people. And I know over the past few years, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, that you might struggle, you know, you haven't necessarily been around different types of people. So getting yourself out there again and being around these, around new people can be a challenge to some of us. And I know I found it sort of difficult for a while, is being around new people. But there's lots of interests that you wouldn't even really think of. Like, I got a German Shepherd, for example, and by chance I met a lovely lady called Ria, and just bumped into her at the top of the road, and she told me how well behaved my dog was. He's not well behaved, I'll let you into a little secret. And anyway, so I then joined this walking group that was for people with reactive German Shepherds, and I've made some amazing friends there completely by fluke, and it's not something that I would have normally done. You know, Angela 10 years ago wouldn't have had a German Shepherd and wouldn't have been out on a Sunday morning walking a German Shepherd. She'd have been at home hungover. So, you know, that is something that I wouldn't have done. And it is something that has greatly enriched my life. So even something as random as meeting somebody who is now, I consider, quite a good friend, and we go out walking our dogs. So you just don't know. Take those opportunities when they come along, because you just don't know. Low self-esteem can be the symptom of deeper underlying problems, and this is different for every single person. Again, I'm generalizing in this video. So just being able to recognize that and addressing it, and that will help with your personal growth and your well-being. And by maybe doing some deeper work and finding out the root causes of your low self-esteem, which could be different for everybody, and getting professional help, challenging your negative thoughts as well. Try joining different groups and things that you wouldn't do before. And it's not just, self-esteem isn't just about feeling good. It's about understanding and valuing yourself as well. Looking at the root causes and building a healthier self-image is paramount to helping you with hiring your self-esteem, if that is something you're struggling with. So if that's helped, amazing. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want me to elaborate on, or if there's anything else I can help you with. My inbox is open. Thank you very much for watching.